Hi, I'm Eric Voss, and there are a lot of things we love about Rick and Morty: the unapologetically dark humor, the complex storytelling, and you may know that creator Justin Roiland loosely based these series on his animated shorts Doc and Marty. But what were these shorts all about? I am going to break down the DNA of the current day Rick and Morty and discuss how those simple, crude shorts actually evolved into the subversive humor we see on the show today. Okay, so a little background. Justin Roiland came to know Dan Harmon through Channel 101, a monthly indie film festival in Los Angeles that Harmon co-created with Rob Schrab. The way it works is filmmakers submit 5-minute pilots and the audience votes on which series gets second episodes. It's free and it's super fun. The shorts range from elaborate prop spectacles to super filthy cartoons. In 2006, Justin Roiland created a series called House of Cosbys. It was a sitcom featuring a bunch of Bill Cosby clones. Now, Bill Cosby's lawyers actually sent Roiland cease and desist letters. So as a sort of jokey protest, Roiland created the real animated adventures of Doc and Marty, with these crude animated versions of the characters from Back to the Future. Now, you can watch the pilot online. Warning, it is super up. It's basically 5 minutes of Marty performing fellatio on Doc. Now, it didn't make it to a second episode, but the characters of Doc and Marty kept reappearing in other Channel 101 shorts, and the voices that Roiland created for them became kind of a beloved inside joke in the whole community. So, fast forwarding to 2012, Dan Harmon was fired from the show Community, and Adult Swim approached him to make a new animated show. So he approached Roiland, and they adapted Doc and Marty into Rick and Morty. Roiland later said he was actually worried Adult Swim would see the original pornographic short online, but that wasn't an issue, and the show became a huge success. Now, even if Adult Swim did see it, I would argue that twisted sense of humor ended up becoming a key component in why Rick and Morty is so beloved by fans. So let's break down all the ways these shorts foreshadowed the show that Rick and Morty would become. And let's start with the general concept. Now, I obviously love this show, and I've spent a lot of time thinking about what makes its humor different from other great animated comedies like Futurama or The Simpsons, South Park, or BoJack Horseman. And I think the core element that makes Rick and Morty unique is the way that it consistently subverts complex sci-fi concepts with simple, dumb gags. Rick and Morty is set in a world where technology has made anything possible. So the humor comes from Rick and the others doing the most petty, brainless things with that technology. So just like Doc and Marty go back in time to prevent a tree from getting planted so that Marty's kite won't get stuck in it, Rick sends Morty on a dangerous side adventure to retrieve Calaxian crystals in Rixie business just to get a little high during the party. And Rick sells an antimatter gun to a deadly assassin simply to blow all the money in the Blips and Shits arcade.
Here you go, 3,000 flurbos.
You understand what 2 humans can accomplish with 3,000 of these?
What?
An entire afternoon at Blips and Shits!
Rick takes Morty and Summer to a spider universe because it has the best ice cream.
It's got giant telepathic spiders, 11 9/11s, and the best ice cream in the multiverse!
Whoa!
We also see this idea with the interdimensional cable box, where the show spent 2 episodes just surfing TV programming from other dimensions, and Rick inventing a robot for the sole purpose of passing the butter.
What is my purpose?
You pass butter.
Oh my god.
But yeah, let's be honest, Rick and Morty doesn't shy away from using a good old dick joke to undercut these sci-fi themes as well. We even added a whole section to our breakdowns just to point out each episode's hidden dickies. So just like how Marty has to perform oral sex on Doc, characters in Rick and Morty frequently have to sexually demean themselves. In the pilot episode, Morty has to shove mega seeds up his ass.
When we get to customs, I'm gonna need you to take these seeds into the bathroom, and I'm gonna need you to put them way up inside your butthole, Morty.
My butt?
They'll fall right out of mine. I've done this too many times, Morty.
Also, in M. Night Shyamalan's, Rick makes both of them strip down naked because the Sigerian scammers are really uncomfortable with nudity.
Get in the shower right now, Morty. You gotta trust me, Morty.
And in Interdimensional Cable 2, Jerry has to decide whether to medically donate his penis to save the life of an intergalactic peace figure.
Shrimply Pibble's life can be saved if we replace his heart with your human penis.
I see.
So these dick jokes might have just been for shock value in Doc and Marty, but in Rick and Morty, Roiland has evolved them into kind of a commentary on this kind of universe. In a sci-fi world where all variables are possible, the only constants are simple, universal aspects of the human experience. Escapist pleasures and, yeah, sexual anxiety. Okay, moving on. Rick and Morty also takes more specific inspiration from these old Channel 101 shorts in the form of character cameos. There are actually 3 that I want to point out. The first is my favorite side character, Mr. Meeseeks.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks! Look at me!
So this whole idea of a genie-type taskmaster who dissipates after the task is completed was actually introduced in a different Doc and Marty short where Doc tells Marty about Scud the disposable assassin.
Marty, once the Scud destroys his target, then he himself is destroyed as well. There's a connection there, Marty. The Scud blows up and self-destructs and it dies all over the place.
Actually, Scud the Disposable Assassin was a real-life comic book series created by Rob Schrab in the 90s. Now, in this short, Doc says that one of the Scuds only permanently cripples its targets so that he never gets destroyed. Kind of like how the Meeseeks are unable to die until Jerry improves his golf game. Now, another favorite character from the first season is Gazorpazorpfield, the Garfield parody cartoon that Rick and Morty watch on interdimensional cable.
Oh, I hate my Mama Duns days. F you, John, you f***ing dumb, stupid idiot.
Come on, Gazorpazorpfield, go easy on me, huh?
You dumb, stupid, weak, pathetic, white, guilt.
Now, another version of the animated Garfield already showed up in another short that Roiland made about all the rules Channel 101 videos are allowed to break, including free use of trademarked characters.
Hey, what's up, you fucking my friends? It's me, Garfield.
Garfield also says a bunch of other horrible stuff that I probably shouldn't repeat. Now, before I get to that third Rick and Morty character that originally appeared in Channel 101 shorts, I wanted to give a special thanks to our sponsor Skillshare. They are actually the reason we got to make this video because we can't do it for free. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with more than 17,000 classes on pretty much anything. Skills that we use to make these videos like Adobe Premiere and After Effects. Personally, since I'm a writer and I love analyzing story structure and the humor of shows like Rick and Morty, I got a lot out of storytelling fundamentals, character conflict, context, and craft. It's taught by Daniel Jose Older. And the first 300 people to click on the promo link in the description will receive a 2-month free trial to Skillshare and all of its resources. And after that, it's as low as $10 a month to continue learning if you enjoy it, or cancel it if you don't, there's no risk. Just check out skl.sh/newrockstars or click on the link in the description below to get started. Okay, back to this third character from Roiland's old shorts, probably the most messed up character from Rick and Morty, Mr. Jellybean. Or I should say King Jellybean. May he burn in hell. Now, Mr. Jellybean previously showed up in a different Justin Roiland Channel 101 short called Unbelievable Tales under the name Crumply Crumplestein. And as dark as Mr. Jellybean gets on the show, this guy is even worse, so trigger warning. So, like Mr. Jellybean, Crumply was a closeted pedophile. He hosted a TV show where he told stories about naked young boys, and then when he went home, it's revealed that he's holding real boys captive whom he sexually assaults and mutilates. So yeah, if Roiland was looking for the worst creature with the least threatening appearance to pull from his shorts, this would be the guy. Let's move on from this darkness to some lighter, subtler references in Rick and Morty episodes that call back the old shorts. So one of the most distinctive things about Rick and Morty as a whole is the loose improvisational style in the dialogue.
Rick and Morty forever and forever, 100 years, Rick and Morty things. Me and Rick and Morty and running around and Rick and Morty time all day long, forever, all 100 days.
So animated shows and the science fiction genre are normally super precise with their dialogue and timing. So to hear Rick and the others ramble on and stumble over their words gives this series a sense of chaos that we've never seen on a show before. Now, this actually connects back to the overall concept of the show. This is a universe where every variable is possible, so nothing matters, except the little details of the human experience. So Rick's incoherent rants are a reflection of that humanity. And of course, so is his iconic burp. Now this burp is actually a callback to the Doc and Marty pilot. When Roiland was recording the audio, he burped in the middle of one of Doc's lines and decided to just leave it in and make it part of his character.
That's right, Marty. We're in the year 1955 now. Something scientific and magical will happen to him. Trust me, Marty.
And then later in the series, there's another reference when we hear all of Rick's catchphrases and the false memories of Total Recall.
Lick, lick, lick my balls. Yeah.
And yeah, that's a callback to the Doc and Marty pilot.
You have to lick my balls, Marty.
Also, Doc and Marty were supposed to make actual cameos in the show. It was going to be in the Close Rick Counters of the Rick Kind episode, but that idea was scrapped. However, they did show up Where's Waldo style in the Rick's Diverse Instagram game. Also, if you look closely during season 2's Big Trouble in Little Sanchez episode, when Tiny Rick uses creativity to express Rick's inner cries for help, his crude drawing of Rick looks a lot like Roiland's sketches of Doc. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Do you think Rick and Morty should return to its roots a bit more and embrace more of this shock value humor of Doc and Marty? Or do you think it's straddling the line perfectly between this dark humor and more complex sci-fi concepts? To anybody who might complain that this humor is too sophomoric, to me it reflects what's most fun about the raw, independent spirit of Channel 101, where creators can express the darkest depths of their senses of humor, which allows them to stumble into these bursts of inspiration that become amazing shows like Rick and Morty. Share your thoughts in the comments below, or with me directly on Twitter at EAVoss, or with New Rockstars at New Rockstars. Share this video and subscribe for all of our Rick and Morty videos, including our upcoming breakdown of episode 7. If you want to help us make more videos like this, you can contribute to us on Patreon. Big thanks to all of our donors, especially Lori Denning. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.